Well, guess what? I went over 15 minutes, so the national anthem and all of that. I don't know if you guys get to see it or not, but yeah, it's a bummer. I went over about a few seconds, and they want to verify my phone number and everything. You guys know how it works, and I don't do text messaging. You know, I really do have PTSD. I don't answer the phone. I don't do that. So all that was a waste. 15 minutes of talking. But I'm going to go back and do it again because it's that important. Today I want to talk about PTSD. PTSD is something that hits the servicemen coming home hard. I said a lot in the first 15 minutes, and you know, it's going to be hard to do all this again because I get emotional. But anyway, I could crop that off the ends, you know, but they don't go for that. But 22 men a day, one every 65 minutes. That's how many servicemen kill themselves daily on an average. Sometimes more, sometimes less, maybe. I've personally been to the hospital 17 times in the last 7 years. You know, before that, I was substance abusing, alcohol and marijuana. And I did that for a good 10, 12 years before I ever sought help. I was suicidal constantly. And now when I'm suicidal, I seek help immediately. I get to the hospital, and or I go straight to CCBH in Greer, South Carolina. That's Carolina Center for Behavioral Health. Anyone in the upstate of South Carolina need help, call them. They will work something out with you. You know, you got to have insurance, but at the same time, they will work with you. Or, you know, go to the ER at the hospital. I go to Oconee Memorial in Seneca. That's where I live. Go to any hospital, and they won't turn you away. They'll find a spot for you in a bed somewhere. You know, we got to get this nipped in the bud. There's too many good men going down. You know, if they couldn't kill us in combat, why should we come home and kill ourselves? Well, it's complicated. You know, I have 3 friends who's come home and killed themselves. You know, so it hits hard. It hits hard. You know, I got emotional in the first video, and I don't know if I can do it again. I wish that first video had went through, y'all. And it's going to be hard for me to talk about it again. I see people on YouTube who obviously suffer the same way I do. My favorite singers, Rob Bailey, Hustle Standard, Jay Kill. They have a friend, our boy Drew, combat veteran, and he knows what's up. Sean Ryan out there, you and I have a lot in common, brother, and I think you know what's up. I can tell by the look on your face sometimes that you know, it wasn't all, like you say, unicorns and shit like that, but I had a hard time with losing friends, you know, in foreign countries. And I listed all the countries in the first video. God, I don't want to have to do that again, but I will. You know, any Middle East country, African country, Afghanistan, Iraq. You know, I had experiences in Yemen, Somalia. You know, so these are some of the ones that the civilians may, you know, recognize. Of course, we all know, fellas, that there's a lot more to it than just, you know, the TV programs. It's, you know, they're a lot louder than it was in real life. You know, I still haven't watched Black Hawk Down and things like that, and I don't care to. I think that they miss the mark sometimes. I think Lone Survivor, I saw that, and Mr. Luttrell, you did a fine job, brother. Good job. You know, you're one of the only ones that had them do the right thing, and down to a T, even to the way we carry our rifles and things. And I'm not saying I'm one of you guys, but we all in the community that I was in, we all suffer. That's for sure. And you know what? you seem to be doing pretty well. You know, I watch a lot of shows with you guys on there. I haven't left my house, but twice this year. 10 times in the last 7 years. I even isolate myself inside my house. And when I become suicidal, I go to my wife and we get me somewhere. You know, I make sure that I get help. You know, it's very important that you talk to people. I stressed that in the first video so much. You know, I'm having a harder time this time because man, I can't do this again. I will though. It's that important. Ladies and gentlemen, women, men, if you are suffering from PTSD, talk to people. You know, everyone I've ever talked to in the civilian world has helped me out. You know, once they find out what's going on, you know, they're eager to help, I find. And the problem is, you know, we're the kind of people that never ask for help. You know, I saw a video with Sean Ryan where the Frozen Trident kennels in Alaska ran by his friend Jeff, and we have a lot in common, fellas, you two and I. He mentioned the fact that we never asked for help, you know, and with that YouTube video that day, you know, we made sure to send some money up there, you know. My meals come to my house, you know. My doctors come to my house. My hygiene products, my vitamins, my medications, everything comes to my house, you know. Civilians are really, really, they're there for us, you know, if you surround yourself around the right. Now listen, for the first 10 years, I was isolating, abusing alcohol, and I got to the point where I was abusing drugs. That's right. And if anybody, if you've met anyone who knows me, they wouldn't believe that, but I did. I abused drugs to the point to where I had to go to rehab several times. And then when I became sober, the suicidal tendencies came out even more so. And subsequently, 17 trips to the hospital all over the state of South Carolina. I believe I covered them all, you know. But at the same time, it was worth it. You know, I'm still here. I have custody of my daughter, and you know, it's hard for her because you know, she doesn't understand. She was just a little one, but now as she's becoming a teenager, she understands, and she works with me. Everybody's really good about working with you. I'm going to really watch this timer this time. I just want to emphasize the fact that people help your veterans. Veterans, seek out help. Do it. My friends, and I'm not going to name their names, but I had 3 friends that came home, and within a couple months, they all 3 killed themselves. You know, not a couple months of coming home, but a couple months of each other's. Kind of good men. I really admire the people that come back, the men that come back, and the women who do so well. You know, I see Matt Best from Black Rifle Coffee Company. Shout out to them people. And Matt, you guys do a good job of helping each other. Now, I'm from South Carolina, and I don't have quite the community base that you guys have as far as peers, but I think I do a pretty good job. You know, I'm here by myself, really. As a matter of fact, in my whole community, there's not another veteran my age. But you know what? People help me. People help me. I don't want to say I envy. Like when I watch Marcus and Robert O'Neill and you know, Sean and the Wizard when they get together at the campfires, or when with Rut, and then I watch Matt Best and his whole, you know, little colony of Goonies get together with their crazy asses, You know, Old Crispy and them. I watch Dakota Meyer. I watch Tim Kennedy. You know, I think they all suffer to a certain degree, but they do very well. You know, I hope I'm not putting words into someone's mouth or anything like that, but you know, I'm proud of the fact that a good bit of us, some of us came back and handled it pretty well, and they prosper, and they are parts of society. And I'm speaking for the people that can't, because I can't. I'll never be part of society again. I'll never reveal my identity. I'll never. You won't see me in videos, even though I am in some videos on Jacksonville X. Yes, I am. I'm proud of that too. 4 or 5 of them, as a matter of fact. We're either training or whatever, mostly training. In the military, in some groups, we train like we fight like we train. And more of us were killed in training than in combat. But listen, I got to watch this time. People get help. 22 a day, sometimes more. 1 every 65 minutes. We need to get the word out. If you are ever suffering from suicidal thoughts or tendencies, listen, seek help, seek therapy. Sean Ryan lays it down, you know, where the rubber meets the road. You know, get your therapy. I love his anxiety videos and his Don't Be a Dick video and his, I love all Sean Ryan's videos. You know, he and I have a lot in common, especially with our demeanor. My wife says that he carries the same look on his face that I do a lot of times, and we watch the ones that seem to be doing pretty well. I am so glad for those guys. Now, behind the scenes, they may suffer like we do. I suffer to the point where I can't come. I won't even let you see my eyes, so because my eyes dart, and even when I'm home alone, they dart. You know, I feel as if I'm in constant threat, imminent danger, 24/7, fight or flight. We took it to the next level, never can come down. My doctor said I'll be like that the rest of my life. I take some medications, not the 19 that they had me started out on at the VA, but when I went to a private doctor, we whittled it down to about 2 or 3, you know. Started out with some mini press for nightmares and things like that, but you know, I still have nightmares. Sometimes mini press makes them worse. Depression, it's almost like a bipolar type deal, PTSD, if you really have it. Can't come back to that, you know, level way of feeling. We're always, I carry weapons around in my house from room to room. My family are used to it, but when I have visitors, they see, look how I'm dressed right now. See what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do anything but just be prepared at all times. That's all I try to do. You know, I still wear my, you know, if you guys could see, I still wear, you know, these aren't for fighting, they're for to keep your knuckles from getting injured, but, you know, I have, I still wear, I even wear helmets sometimes. I have some things that I brought home with me, and I want to take these gloves off and I want to put them down, you know, but it's hard. It's hard because I feel like I'm in danger all the time. I have to be prepared. Look what's right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is no way to live. Carrying this to the bathroom with you. When I take a shower, it's there. When I use the restroom, it's there. When I brush my teeth, it's there right beside me. 2 or 3 weapons at a time. Listen, people, I got to get off here. I love everybody. I love y'all. Veterans, take care of yourselves. ODB with Rob, Hustle Standard, J. Kill, shout out. Sean Ryan, shout out for what you do, man. People, let's talk more about it, okay? And let's try to stop some of this. Peace.